What's up? So today I'm talking about the Israel and Hamas strikes that I've been seeing. Kind of seems like the world can't just shy away from killing itself. We just want to keep attacking each other. I don't know why, but that's the world and the modern society we live in. Um so from what I saw, um from what I saw it seemed like Israel sent some missiles, some strikes into the Islamic State, the Hamas area, um, and they killed one of the top generals, or the head of like their nuclear system where they were trying to build missiles. Which our current administration is trying to completely take away their ability to, like, or make a deal to make it so that they are not building a missile, um which is obviously a good thing. I feel like collectively in the world we just shouldn't have missiles in general, because I mean, the obvious thing is if nukes go off, we're all gonna die. That's just how that shit works. That's the end of the world. But that's all kind of on the side. But I saw that, and then in retaliation, roughly 18 hours after the initial strike, which killed a top general, um, the Hamas state sent some missiles and some rockets to Israel. So it seems like, and this has been going on since like the 80s, where shit cools down for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, after like 5 months of kind of peace, they fire rockets and kill generals, and like that's kind of just what Israel and Hamas is nowadays. They just let shit cool off for a bit, and then after it cools off, they go ahead, launch a rocket. Next thing you know, some top Iranian or Israeli general is dead or something. They never get past, sorry. They never get past the stage of to an all-out war. They just kind of relax, kill each other, relax, like, you know what I mean? They do that deal. And so my or I guess my thoughts on this, my take. It's not really anything crazy. Just we shouldn't kill each other. I think that's a pretty reasonable thought. The main thing is, like, I don't know how what's the solution here? What would be the solution? Because clearly, like, peace deals are not the solution. They've tried peace deals 1,000 times. Nothing ever comes to work. Nothing comes to a solution. Nothing comes to a head. They never get past the point. Sorry, I'm really tired. They never get past the point of just talking. Nothing ever comes to an agreement. It's always talk. Okay, we're done talking. 2 months later, boom, someone's dead. Okay, now we're gonna retaliate. 6 months of war, and then go back to talking, I guess. Like, that's always kind of what happens. And so I guess the solution would be to stop sneak killing. Sorry, I cannot stop yawning. I'm sorry. I guess the solution would be to stop sneak killing, meaning stop waiting 6 months for something to die down, and then when it does, you decide to just send a missile and kill a top general as if it's like necessary. It's like, I don't see how any of it is necessary. I mean, maybe I'm ignorant when it comes to Israeli-Iranian relations and war in the Middle East. But like the Iran war, the Iran war, that was pretty pointless. Afghanistan, like invading Iran and Afghanistan, all these Islamic nations, they were pretty pointless. We didn't go after the right people. 1 million Iraqis are dead because of that war. So that's cool, I guess. I don't mean that's cool in like the sense, you get what I mean. I don't mean it's cool in the sense of like, oh, these people are dead, that's cool. It's like, that exists, that's interesting, so cool, I guess. But I think it's crazier. How we go into these countries and invade them and kill their people, and call it Americanizing or spreading democracy in nations where they don't want it, they don't need it, their people are doing relatively okay. Like, if a country was truly in need, they'd send you a help notice. The United States is literally known for getting notices and going to foreign nations and sending aid. That's literally what we did with Ukraine the entire time. Like, I'm not advocating for helping other nations in the sense of providing them with warships and tanks and like what we did with Ukraine. I'm not in the mind that we should be doing that. But I'm also not in the mind that, like, we should just sit back and watch. Like, don't get me wrong, interventionism is kind of what's killing this country right now. Because we intervene in these nations where they don't want it and they don't need it, and then it ends up getting them killed and us killed, and it's just a big problem, and our foreign relations are always terrible because of it. And you kind of just have to sit back and be like, well, if we never intervened, not only would we be better off because our country, we would have the resources we need for our people. You know, we could solve the homeless problem, feed kids, people who need just help in general, people who need it, giving low income housing. We could take all the money and resources that we use sending to other countries that we don't need to be doing and invest it into our nation. The only two nations that I see that we should ever be helping because they are basically direct to us is Mexico and Canada. They are the only ones. I don't see why we should be helping nations like Europe. I don't even know why NATO still exists. I mean, someone can inform me if they like, but it's kind of pointless from the research I've done. But anyways, back to the main topic. That's for another video. I'll probably make a video on NATO eventually. My thing is, like, I don't understand why everyone can't just kind of chill, you know? And maybe that's me being like, oh, why can't the world just be peaceful, you know, kumbaya? Maybe that's just that. Maybe I'm being ignorant. And that's okay. People can call me ignorant. But I don't know. It seems like not only would it be better off, but it seems necessary at this point where we have people top generals like, oh, we're gonna wait 6 months and then we're gonna bomb them and kill their people. It's like, why? Not only, like, you killed a top general, you also killed like tons of civilians. That's a war crime. Like, you guys are committing active war crimes. These aren't just things that are forgotten. People's families are affected in these Islamic nations. Israel is literally known for their war crimes against Islamic nations, where they just go in and mow down, Middle Eastern people, and it's mostly hatred. Let's be real. It's mostly just pure discrimination and hatred against the Islamic nations and the Muslims. It's a religious hate, which is not okay at all. But that's what it is. It's the same as like, sorry. It's the same as like when you're watching these videos about like the 2020 riots. This is going in a different direction, I know, but bear with me. It's the same as when you watch videos of like the 2020 riots and the 1960 riots, the civil rights riots, even the Rodney King riots, where it's just like you have these white people and a couple other small groups, but mainly white people, terrorizing other races out of pure hatred. And now, this is where it connects, now you have a very long history, not a very short one, but a very long history that goes back decades, of Israel and the Islamic nations absolutely having pure hatred for each other just based on religious reasons alone. Not even really race, just religion. And using those hatreds to fuel fires and just kill innocent civilians, kill generals, kill people who really don't need to be killed. Like, it's one thing if you're killing someone who needs to be killed, like a serial killer, a murderer, rapist, anything like that. Someone, like a targeted person who needs to die. And then it's one thing to like just bomb hospitals that are filled with civilians because you think that there might be a general hiding behind them. That's so messed up. But yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this. I'll see y'all tomorrow.